They can't with me. Slow it. I ain't finna stop till they make the rap blow it. Shout out, y'all, she was with me at my lowest. Best baby daddy in the world, and you know it. I thought that I was done, he said hop back in. Made it to the league, this is not Pac-10. Headline set, that's a big back end. Let the beat drop, bring that back in. Fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black, slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang it. These no can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. If Hit Boy work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, these luxury.
I said, okay, loser. We go way back, I won't say okay, boomer. Sweet, I brush my teeth, but still my tooth hurt. You cannot come to the cookout, get your hand up out the cooler. She was in my seat, I had to scoot her. She was at her knees, I had to boot her. She just let the team like we ain't knew her. She just let the team like, okay, loser.
Now from the banks of the Ohio River, we welcome you to Paycor Stadium in downtown Cincinnati, Ohio. Here's Evan McPherson. And off we go here in Cincinnati. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Tight end motioning left. Here's Baker to begin with a pass. He's got his man Brown. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion. And then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
The man in motion is Watson. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. In trouble, and down he goes. Derek Brown, former 7th overall selection, gets the sack there.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Hey, alert, 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 alert! King! Alert, 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 alert! Got.
From the gun, it's Mayfield. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here in the early going. And for this quarterback, he's lucky to at least get rid of that ball because they were on the verge of recording their 2nd sack, and we're still here in the 1st quarter.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Hey, 133.
Man in motion is Brown. On 4th down, Mayfield. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's going to have the Buccaneers 1st down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving, and then some.
King!
They motion the slot man left.
I got.
And And a nice defensive play. They're good awareness coming through to make the play in the backfield for a loss of yardage. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive.
This defensive line clearly has a beat on this offense. They've got to find a way to settle their pass protections. If they want to be able to get their quarterback in any sort of established rhythm and timing going forward, they're going to have to do a lot better job protecting them early in this game. That's already 2 sacks allowed.
Got his man at the 6. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
That's about as big time as you get. There's a saying, Mike, that you really judge your quarterback by his ability to operate, not only on 3rd down, but what they call 3rd and pass, meaning it's such a long down and distance, they have no choice but to air the ball out. And when you can convert 3rd downs at that distance, chances are you got a pretty big-time quarterback.
Ball right on the 5-yard line, 2nd down and goal. Now a give, but here comes a reverse. Hard running, close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short. Trying to cash in on this opening drive. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's a designed run. He will do it himself. He's in. Baker Mayfield. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. First and 10.
11, 11, 11.
First run of the game here for Chase Brown. And a minimal gain here, only to about the 31. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
Gun.
Burrow to throw for it on 4th down. To the middle of the field, caught by Higgins.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
A carry here for Brown. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Some nose guards in the 3-4 defense, Mike, are just asked to take up space and eat up blockers. But not this guy. He defeats his blocker and makes the tackle. That's playing the nose guard at the next level.
And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. That's into the hands of Yosivas. It's a gain of 10 yards. It's a Cincinnati first down.
These third down conversions are just so important. Like everybody stresses, we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. 11 MT.
Throwing is Burrow. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Here we go. 11. Shot.
Burrow to throw. He'll find Brown out of the backfield. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
Here now, 3rd and 5.
Here we go. Shot.
Burrow from out of the gun here under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
By Chris Cresswell, a 6-yard loss. It's 4th down.
We are through 1. The Bucks have the early lead. Greg and I back here in Cincinnati after this. The Bengals ready to punt this one away. Back deep to receive the explosive Cavante Turpin. This fielded in the end zone. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Back to the air. It's Mayfield. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, It winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Hey, alert, 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 alert! King, king, king! Alert, 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 alert! What's up?
Here's Mayfield. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Real, real, real. Hey, alert 33. Down.
They'll go. Mayfield. That to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by the former Florida State Seminole. And he's going to be out of bounds, but quite a turn of events here. He has set up the offense with first and goal.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blocked.
He slams it in there, and he is in. Kyren Williams. Touchdown, Cincinnati. His first touchdown of the new campaign. McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Bengals will level things out at 7 apiece. We're all tied, 7 apiece. And the kick's away. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up here, first and 10. And in motion is Brown. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Second down and 8.
Regular, regular, regular. Good. Pistol. Run, run, run. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Done.
Now Mayfield. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
King. Alert, 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 alert.
On first down is Mayfield. He's going to air this one out. That is brought in. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Tampa. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
The kick is good. Makes the score Buccaneers 14, Bengals 7.
Here's McLaughlin now after the score. He'll kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Here we go. 11 MT tape. 11 MT tape. Dot.
Play action now. It's Burrow. He's going to let it go deep for Chase. That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, You got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Baker gonna give it to Irving. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12.
Point it right.
Mayfield gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. Throwing is Mayfield. Open man, right side. He's got it. 17 yards, the gain there. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these third downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force third down, they got to get off the field.
He's trying to get around the corner, but he can't. He's going to be run down behind the line. So they go backwards on first down. Here's second and 13. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Third and long. From the gun, it's Mayfield. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
That's a really good effort on third down, just trying to make something happen. He did well to get what he got, but it's not enough for a first.
McLaughlin's kick is good. And the Bucks going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Burrow now. A quick slant taken by Chase. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode. And that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points. So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on them early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, They don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard.
11 MT, 11 MT.
To throw is Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Here we go. 12, 12, 12.
Burrow throwing on 4th down. And he's not going to get away. They get him down right after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on downs.
All right, Mike, so think back to earlier in this game. The coach decides to be aggressive. He's successful on 4th down. He decides to do it again. This time, the defense has other ideas and comes up with a huge 4th down stop.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Watch.
Mayfield to throw it here on 1st down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out, go up for an offensive rebound, and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
The 2nd down throw for Mayfield. A pass taken in by Watson. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. Now a 3rd and 2.
Up, up. Good. Point it right, point it right, point it right. Real. Hey, alert 33. Regular. Hurry. Done.
Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. And he's going to have the 1st down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guy...
Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. Timeout here, Tampa Bay. That is their 2nd, as it comes to 22 seconds remaining till halftime.
King. Alert. Done.
Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass ball is incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
3rd and long. They send the tight end in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. He'll look deep, left sideline.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. The next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. This one deep downfield for Chase. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Gun. Dot.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. That one finds Chase. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Dot.
Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
At this point in the game, Mike, we just haven't seen a lot of fire out of this offense. Here's another run, simple handoff, no gain.
On 1, ready?
Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. Oh, he's got a man. That's caught by Brown.
It's really just an extended handoff. Get the ball out wide to your running back in space and make the defense tackle him. That's really all this is. Something small turns into a nice pickup.
Let's get set. Dot.
On 1st and 10, Burrow. That's complete to all the tight ends.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
They go play action for Burrow. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing, and ultimately...
And he's in! Jamar Chase! Touchdown, Bengals! A Terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Baker to throw. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
Point it right.
They bring the tight end in motion. On second down, Baker. That's going to be intercepted.
You know, Mike, I like the mindset of this offensive coordinator. He's saying, listen, I'm not looking to preserve this lead. I'm looking to extend my lead. Now, that aggressive play calling in this case led to the turnover. Now your defense has to take the field. Can they bail you out and keep this lead unchanged prior to their next possession?
On 2.
From the 35, it's first and 10.
Gun. Dad.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That is brought in at the 10. And he's going to be brought down.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time the team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
Down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the play, but a real solid gain on first and goal.
Here we go.
Second and goal. Now, Burrow. Get it out quickly to Higgins. And he'll go the wrong way, trying to use that speed to get out to the pylon, but he has to give ground, and he is sent back for a loss.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
Burrow from out of the gun here on third down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that third down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this fourth down after failing on third.
McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals have tied it at 17.
So touchdowns are always the primary goal of every drive. But when you find yourself down 3 here in the second half, you've just got to find a way to tie the game up. And they were able to do that here.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Hey, alert! Watch out!
Mayfield to throw.
You have to admire when quarterbacks are willing to put their head down and fight for some extra yardage, Mike. Sometimes the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Get down, protect yourself, live to play another snap.
They face 2nd down and 7.
Alert! Watch out!
To throw is Mayfield. There he goes again. Taking advantage of the room to run. A gain of 19 on the scramble.
Mike, this is an impressive run, especially considering the fact it was zone coverage. That's a lot of defenders with eyeballs in the backfield focused on the quarterback. So to be able to escape the pocket and pick up good yardage, really good play.
A pass pulled in by Irving. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Throwing is Mayfield. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Look, Mike, the reality here is that he's just not seeing the field the way that he needs to. Now, give credit. A big part of this is the defense doing an excellent job disguising its coverages all game long. Just before the snap, when he thinks he has the answers, the secondary changes the questions, and they've been rewarded with 3 picks for their effort.
Here we go.
Burrow now to throw on 1st down. He'll get that to all his tight end. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
Here we go.
On 1st down, Burrow. To the left side, caught by Chase. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Burrow working in the pistol. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he's going to be out of bounds here on what will wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter.
On 1, ready?
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. To throw is Burrow. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
On 1, ready?
Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game, late, and this is 3rd down. They'll motion a tight end right. Throwing now on 3rd and long. And And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss. And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the fourth quarter.
And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10. A give. This is Irving. And a minimal gain here, only to about the 31. Here's a 2nd and 9. And in motion is Brown. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
A gain of 15. And the Buccaneers first down.
Hey, alert 33.
Up the middle they go. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. Second down throw for Mayfield. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down.
Hey, alert! Key!
From the gun, it's Mayfield. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. And he's going to have enough for a first down. He's out of bounds after a gain of 5.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
Mayfield to throw it here on first down. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
He may have trusted his arm strength a little bit too much on that throw. 2 defenders in the area. Work to your check down. Work to an open receiver. I think in this case, he forces that ball, and ultimately, he's lucky he got away with it.
The man in motion is Watson. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. To the left side in the hands of Watson. 15-yard pickup there. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and The age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
On the ground, it's Irving. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down. Throwing is Baker. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he gets marked out of bounds, but inside the 5-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
Here's a run. Good blocking, and he's in. Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Buccaneers. McLaughlin now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bucks have taken a 4-point advantage. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, trying to kick it back the other way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's get set.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. First down throw there is incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Here we go, here we go.
Now a second down throw for Burrow. That's complete. It's Yosibov.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
On one, ready?
Time now becoming a factor as we get to third down.
Here we go.
Throwing is Burrow. And this ball incomplete on third down.
Just a great example of not only the anticipation, but the instincts to go break that pass up, Mike. You can see he's clearly looking at the quarterback's eyes. And once that ball was delivered, he's just attacking it and breaking it up.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. That's complete to all the tight ends.
Some teams just have a stronger appetite for being willing to go for fourth down tries, even on their side of the field, Mike, and we're seeing it so much more often. The days of just punting the ball back and forth and saying, hey, we're going to play good defense. Remember, the better your defense, that doesn't mean you should punt. The better your defense, the more chances you should take on offense. This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
11.
Burrow here on second down. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
The relationship between the pass rush and the pass coverage is critical. The better you rush the passer, the more pressure you can take off your coverage, and that's a great example why.
They'll drop to throw. That one finds Chase. So just under 2 minutes here in this one. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2 minutes. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that first down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder. So now after that last incompletion, this brings up a critical 3rd down. But remember, Mike, they don't have to get it all here in one play. They've got 3rd and 4th down. There's no punt. There's no kick. They've got to treat this like it's their final possession of the game, and they've got 2 downs to extend this drive.
This is a tough spot. 3rd down and 10.
Here we go. 11 MT tight. 11 MT tight. 11, 11, 11, 11.
Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. Open man, right side. He's got it. Second time they've connected on the drive, and this one goes for 17 yards.
And now after that big completion, Mike, they can't panic yet. They're not into the mode where they're in desperation. They have 2 timeouts in their back pocket. Take a deep breath. Get your best first down play call to your quarterback. A field goal's not going to do it. They got to think touchdown all the way.
That is hot. What a throw. T. Higgins. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
All week we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time, and what a great job by the offensive line allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket, let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball, and that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st down.
Pistol. Run. Hey, alert! King!
Mayfield. Hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Battle. And the Bengals will have great field position as they take over at their own 45.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
12, gun. Stop.
They'll run here with Brown. Now the Bucks will take their first timeout, and they'll get together prior to this second down play.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Here we go. Twelve, 12. Stop.
Second down, Burrow. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
Now Brown. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Timeout here, Tampa Bay. That is their second. And the clock will stop with 45 seconds left in the game. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's get set. Stop.
Burrow now. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
They need to get to the 22, but now face 3rd down.
Stop.
Here's Burrow. That is caught, finding Higgins. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Bengals will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. Again, working deep downfield. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Turner. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Here we go. 11, Thomas. Stop.
Burrow to throw. Open man, downfield. Chase has it. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a 1st down.
Here we go. 11 mighty. 11 mighty.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Here we go. One final play. Pressure gets there, and down he goes. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. That's seemingly pretty silly with 1 second left in the game. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Gun. Dot.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. That one intercepted. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut in.